Hello everyone, welcome to Consumer Interest News. How's one today? Morning everyone, welcome to the Consumer Interest live stream. UK households who have £10,000 in the bank account won't move their cash. Anyone with £10,000 in the bank account has been issued a stark warning. Some 8.3 million current accounts in the UK hold £10,000 or more, with the UK households who have breached the threshold missing out on hundreds of pounds a year in interest. Leaving large sums of money idle in their current accounts could prove costly because an eye-watering 80% of these accounts pay no interest at all. Despite it being possible to earn returns of around 4.5% or more from some easy access savings accounts, savers hold a staggering £280 billion current accounts which pay zero interest, meaning that purchasing power of their cash is being gradually eroded by inflation. Derek Sproling, Spring's managing director of savings, said cumulatively nearly £400 billion is held in current account balances in the UK. You would imagine that these would mainly consist of small balances, but our analysis shows that they are accounting for over to cover emergency costs and everyday expenses. But leaving thousands of pounds in your current accounts means you will be missing out on hundreds of pounds in interest each year. With nearly 8 million current accounts containing continue this bit. With nearly 8 million current accounts containing significant balances, that money could work harder in the higher paying savings accounts. He added, many people don't move those funds because they don't want to lose access to it, but choosing a savings account that connects to a current account so you can transfer money in seconds and offers unlimited withdrawals could provide a compelling alternative. Sarah Coles, head of personal finance at Hargreaves Lansdown, said the high streets have been far quicker to cut rates than the most competitive on the market, so the gap has opened significantly, with the most competitive offering 4.55% on easy access savings and the average high street offering just 1.2% on £20,000 of savings. 6 months ago, saving of £20,000 in the most competitive account had the potential to make £674 a year more in interest than the average high street banks. Bank rate cuts in the interim has widened this difference to 688. At times of falling rates, we are less likely to switch because we can't see the hope of the great rate elsewhere, and we are less excited about minimizing the damage than we were about making the most of the rises. People worry that rates might fall again after they have moved, or that lower rates aren't worth the effort involved. Yes, this is the time when switching accounts can be particularly rewarding. If you were already with a high street giant that offered less to begin with, and it's now cutting rates, the difference between the best rates on the market and a typical offering from the high street is stark. and there's hundreds of pounds a year to be made from the switch. Let's see. Next consumer, next news. Is the BBC TV license being cut to £29 for certain UK households? A black and white license costs £58.50, but a 50% concession applies to anyone who is blind, according to the TV licensing website. A blind concession TV license costs £87.27 for colour and £29.25 for a black and white TV license, but you must provide the BBC and TV licensing with a copy of one of these documents, which includes CVI. It's like a certificate of visual impairment to confirm that you certify as blind. You could also provide a certificate or document issued by a local authority that shows you are registered as blind. A copy of certificate from the ophthalmologist stating that you are blind. Okay, that's the latest. Move on to the next news. Hello, one. Welcome to Consumer Interest Podcast. Oh, it's interesting here. What's this? It's an important news here. It's a warning for millions of UK households who have paracetamol in cupboard. Batches of paracetamol have been recalled over the years. Some pills could be contaminated. A warning has been issued to millions of UK households who have packets of paracetamol in cupboards. Batches of paracetamol have been recalled for over 3 Some pills could be contaminated. The recall notice was issued by the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency. The batch numbers are 2312010 and 2312011 with expiry dates of 30th November 2027. with 100 tablets in pots per pack. The items were first distributed on the 14th of April 2025 and the 15th of May 2025, respectively. Caronia Healthcare Limited is recalling specific batches of paracetamol 500 mg tablets as a precautionary measure due to contamination following a small number of complaints of discolored tablets within the pots. The MHRA said. A government statement advises Caronia Healthcare Limited is recalling batch 2312010 of paracetamol 500 gram tablets in Genesis livery as a precautionary measure following a small number of complaints discolored tablets found within some packs, reported by healthcare professionals. In advice for patients, UK households are told by the NHS, patients or carers should check to see if they have received tablets from the listed batches of paracetamol 500 mg tablets. The batch number can be found on the label of the medicine bottle and on the outer carton. These tablets can only be obtained from a pharmacy with a prescription. The number of tablets you will have been given will vary depending on your prescription, and you may have only received a small number of tablets. The tablets should be white capsule-shaped tablets scored on one side as per patient information leaflet. If you find tablets that are discolored in any way in pots from the listed batches, please contact your pharmacist or the healthcare professional who dispensed your prescription. Patients who experience adverse reactions or have any questions about medication should seek medical attention. Welcome to the... Hello everyone, good afternoon, welcome to the Consumer Interest Podcast. Let's see what we can find. Any other interesting news? Here's a UK household urged to boil, wash clothes and bedding in June. People are being urged to be vigilant to avoid spreading a highly contagious bug. Households across the UK are being urged to boil, wash their clothes and bedding in June due to an unusual surge in norovirus cases this spring. The UK Health Security Agency has warned that the norovirus, also known as the winter vomiting bug, is still spreading in the UK. The bug is linked to around 12,000 hospital admissions in the UK every year, and while it is typically most prevalent in winter, it is still possible to catch it all year round. The stomach bug causes gastroenteritis, resulting in sudden, watery diarrhea, and projectile vomiting. Projectile vomiting, as well as a slight fever, painful stomach, cramps, headaches, and aching limbs. It is spread very easily through the contaminated food, water, and services, through direct contact with an infected person, and by eating food prepared by someone with the virus. So it is important to take precautions. It is also possible to be infected with the norovirus more than once, as the bug is constantly changing, which prevents the body from building up any long-term resistance. So even if you have already had it this winter, there is still a risk you could get it again. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, urging people to be vigilant to minimize the risk of catching the bug and spreading it to others. The UK Health Society Association said, vomiting or diarrhea in spring, it could still be norovirus. Despite being known as the winter vomiting bug, norovirus can spread all year round, and we are seeing higher than usual levels this spring. Find out what to do to stop the spread. One key piece of advice from the UK Health Society Association is to wash all clothing and bedding on a boil, a hot wash, at a temperature at least 60 degrees. This will kill any virus particles and stop the bug being passed on. Electronics brand Beko says you could wash your bed sheets at least once a week on a boil wash to prevent bugs from spreading. It states if you have a sensitive skin but your appliance does not feature a dedicated anti-allergy program, your bedding should be washed in a hot boil wash at 60 degrees to help prevent infection from persisting or spreading. Households are also urged not to share towels or flannels and to disinfect surfaces or objects with a bleach-based household cleaner. Regular hand washing with soap and water is also recommended, as alcohol-based hand gels don't kill norovirus. According to the UK Health Association, Society Association Science, individuals are most infectious when symptomatic, but it is possible to pass on norovirus or spread the virus, thereby contaminating surfaces, objects, or even food, both before developing symptoms and after symptoms have stopped. Right, that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click the thumbs up. That'd be great. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Consumer Interest Live podcast. How everyone today? Da 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 da. La 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 la. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hello, welcome everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Consumer Interest live podcast.